You probably think pizza was invented in Italy, right? Well, not exactly. The real story behind pizza's origins is way older, way more unexpected, and way more delicious than you might expect. Today on Everything Pizza, we're traveling back thousands of years in time, across ancient empires, through the back alleys of Naples, to the ovens of modern America, to uncover where pizza really began. Spoiler alert, this slice of history might just blow your mind. Our story doesn't start in a pizzeria, it starts in the ancient world. Long before tomato sauce and mozzarella, there was flatbread, a staple of survival, but also the earliest blueprint for pizza. The Egyptians over 6,000 years ago were already masters of yeast fermentation. They baked round flatbreads over hot stones in clay ovens. These breads were simple, but they formed the base for something greater. Then came the Persians. Around 500 BC, soldiers in the field used their shields as makeshift baking surfaces. They topped their bread with cheese and dates, not your usual pizza combo, but it got the job done. The Greeks elevated it further. They called it plakis, a flatbread topped with olive oil, herbs, onions, and sometimes honey. Sweet and savory, served at feasts, shared with friends. Sound familiar? These cultures didn't call it pizza, but their creations, flatbreads with toppings, laid the foundation for something legendary. The Roman connection. Now enter the Roman Empire. The Romans didn't just conquer land, they conquered cuisine. They absorbed the flatbread traditions from the Greeks and other Mediterranean cultures and adapted them into their own culinary identity. The Romans created a dish called panis focaccius, a flatbread baked in ashes, often seasoned with herbs, oil, and sometimes cheese. If that sounds familiar, it should. Focaccia is still a staple in Italian cuisine today. This bread was incredibly versatile. It was eaten by everyone from farmers to emperors, soldiers to senators. Sometimes it was simple and rustic, other times topped with meats, olives, or even honey and fruits. Focaccias became a staple in Roman homes and bakeries. It was baked in communal ovens and shared during religious festivals, family meals, and public gatherings. Its portability and long shelf life made it a favorite among traveling merchants and soldiers. As Rome expanded its empire across Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia, so too did its food culture. From Gaul to Britain, from Carthage to Judea, focaccia spread like wildfire. It morphed, adapted, and fused with local flavors. This era planted the seeds for pizza's real explosion, especially in Italy. By the time Rome fell, southern Italy was already rich with diverse bread traditions. And in the chaos that followed the empire's collapse, one humble, flexible food survived: flatbread. But something was still missing, that spark that would turn flatbread into pizza. That spark was a vegetable. Italy's tomato revolution. Now, jump to the 1500s. A strange new vegetable arrives in Europe, the tomato. Brought back from the Americas, it was red, juicy, and totally misunderstood. At first, Europeans thought tomatoes were poisonous. Some even believed they caused madness or illness when eaten off lead plates. They were considered ornamental. People grew them just to admire their bright color. But down in the bustling, overcrowded streets of Naples, things were different. This was a city of workers, fishermen, laborers, people who didn't have time or money for silver spoons. They were practical and hungry. Neapolitans began experimenting with this new vegetable. They crushed tomatoes, seasoned them with salt, garlic, olive oil, and spread it over their flatbreads. Add a sprinkle of local cheese or anchovies if you were lucky, and boom, you had something new, something delicious. These early pizzas were eaten by hand, folded in half, carried in a piece of paper, devoured on the go. They became a street food phenomenon. Vendors would walk around with tin stoves strapped to their backs, shouting for customers. By the mid-1700s, Naples had become a pizza capital. It was sold in every neighborhood, baked in communal ovens, shared among families. It was more than a food. It was a lifestyle, a culture, a way to survive. The royal twist. In 1889, Queen Margherita of Savoy and King Umberto I visited Naples. Curious about the food of the people, she asked to try some of this famous pizza. Enter Raffaele Esposito, a local pizzaiolo. He prepared 3 different pizzas. One had tomato, mozzarella, and fresh basil, the red, white, and green of Italy's new flag. The queen loved it. Raffaele named it after her, Pizza Margherita. This dish, born on the streets, had just become royal. That one moment helped pizza leap from the alleyways to history books. From local flavor to national symbol, Margherita pizza became a beloved part of Italian identity. And just like that, pizza had its blessing from the crown. Newspapers wrote about it, Naples celebrated it, and it added a layer of cultural pride to an already beloved food. Suddenly it wasn't just for the poor. Pizza was for everyone. Rich, poor, noble, or worker. Everyone wanted a slice. In many ways, pizza margherita wasn't just a dish. It was a national unifier, a celebration of Italian culture, color, and taste. And its story was just getting started. Pizza goes global. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, waves of Italian immigrants brought their food traditions to America, among them, pizza. Gennaro Lombardi opened the first licensed pizzeria in New York City. It was called Lombardi's, and it's still open today. At first, pizza was just a small neighborhood food, but over time, it started spreading to other cities: Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia. Each city added its own twist. And after World War II, everything changed. American soldiers who had tasted pizza in Italy came home with a craving. That craving sparked a pizza explosion. Soon, pizza parlors were popping up across the country. By the 1960s, chains like Pizza Hut and Domino's were launching. By the 80s, frozen pizza was in every grocery store freezer. Deep dish was born in Chicago. New York slices were folded in half and eaten on the run. Hawaiian pizza brought pineapple into the picture, and the debates haven't stopped since. Today, there are over 75,000 pizzerias in the US alone, and globally, it's everywhere. Japan, India, Brazil, Australia. Pizza has adapted to every culture. Kimchi toppings in Korea, curry pizzas in India, seafood in Scandinavia. There are entire pizza museums, international competitions, and new fusion flavors are being born every day. Pizza isn't just a dish anymore, it's a global language. So where did pizza originate? Not just one place. It evolved from flatbreads in ancient Egypt and Persia to tomato-topped street food in Naples to royal courts in global cities. Pizza is the food of the people, a dish of history, culture, and flavor in every bite. So what's your favorite pizza? Classic margherita, New York slice, Chicago deep dish, or something totally weird and wonderful? Drop your favorite pizza in the comments below, and tell us where you think the best pizza in the world is. We just might feature your answer in a future video. And hey, if you love pizza history, culture, and flavor-packed fun, hit that subscribe button. We're Everything Pizza, and we'll see you on the next slice.